Tonight's actions between the Cardinals of South Laurel and your own Corbin Red Hounds. The Red Hounds come in with a record of 1-1 this evening. My name is Phil Russell, joined this evening with Chandler Cook. The big eye in the sky this evening is Miss Katie Akins and her daddy, Gary, and we appreciate everyone joining us this evening. Chandler, this evening we're in a once again rival with the South Laurel Cardinal, coming off a bittersweet defeat, I think you would say, last week at the hands of Catholic out of Lexington Catholic High School. You know, I was coming in this evening to the gate and somebody said, well, what's your record? I said, well, our record actually is 1-1, but we're 2-0. And they looked at me kind of funny. And I said, well, on the scoreboard it says 1-1, but on the record, as far as statistics and games, the way we played it and everything, we should be 2-0. What do you think?
I think so too, Philip. We won the statistical battle last week, but of course, you know, the W is only conceded by what's on the scoreboard.
You're right.
And we gave up two nasty punting situations last week, and when you give the ball to somebody on the 25 and 30-yard line and they don't score on you, that says they're not very strong offensively, and we knew that
Correct.
wasn't correct with Catholic. But tonight's game, with South Laurel coming in with a record of 0-2, having been beaten by Rockcastle County last week 54-0,
and Pulaski.
and Pulaski County 44-6, I believe.
Yes.
As we come in tonight, I would look for Corbin to jump out, hopefully jump out quickly on South Laurel and try to get them down, get the score up, get them down where they're hanging their heads here early on.
We got one young man especially we want to recognize tonight, starting quarterback, Mr. Matt Moore for South Laurel Cardinal, number 21. He's a senior, 6'2", 200-pounder. The young man is just a great story just to be on the football field after losing one eye in a softball freak accident a couple of years ago. So it's good to see that young man back. Kickoff is short, going to take up by one of the up men. No, that's taken by Faulkner out his own 16 up to the 24-yard line. So Faulkner's kicked off to the side. We'll take over now. The Red Hounds are at 1st and 10 on their own 24-yard line.
Kind of an odd-looking kick there, wasn't it? It was kind of a spiral by
high squib, looked like.
South Laurel.
Again,
I'm sure we had a right return on, but that kind, you just got to tuck it and go.
Right. Cardinal comes in, like he said, like Chandler said earlier, with a record of 0-2, but you throw those records out anytime when the Red Hounds and the Cardinals get together. And so it's B.J. Foley, the senior quarterback. In the backfield is Hoover Sr., Cook Sr., and Moore, the sophomore. First pass away is the fade out intended for Hoover, and just out of his hands reach on the 44-yard line of South Laurel.
I would have died for it, Bram. He waited till the last minute and then dove for it.
Josh Baker and 24, Tyler Freeze.
Trying to hit the Cardinal real quickly as we see Barton now coming in, number 30 for the Red Hounds, the young sophomore. Understand this week that the freshman ended up 2-0 this week. As for Red Hounds, I think the JVs are 1-0, I believe. I think so. So
here we are in the shotgun,
guys.
right off the bat.
Trips. And there's Cook. Cook crosses the 25 up to about the 26-yard line. Stephen Cook on the carry.
Pick your feet up, pick your feet up.
For South Laurel, number 35, David Payne.
Of course, head coach Steve Jewell, and he's also doing double duty. He's the defensive coordinator too. His offensive coordinator is assistant coach Willard Ferris, and my understanding is sometimes they kind of script maybe the first 2 or 3 plays, or I don't know how many actually, but a few of them are scripted off the bat to try to play to the weakness of the Cardinal and hit them quick.
All right, let's block, line. Let's block now. Get after him.
Brings up now 3rd down and 9 for the Red Hounds.
Here it is.
It's out to Cook on, good night. He just could not pull it in. Hit him in stride that time. Stephen had to reach back, grab the ball, and as he is trying to pull it back in, just unable to, because if he gets that ball really in stride, there's not a red jersey out there that's going to catch him from about his own 45-yard line.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. So it brings up the punting duties once again this evening for the Red Hounds, sending in Bo Hoskins, number 82 this evening, the senior.
Hunting for Corbin's number 82, Bo Hoskins. Back for South Laurel, number 12, Glenn Doan.
Don't be surprised if they come after this, Phil, after watching film last week.
High snap. No pressure. A low end over end. Could very easily hit one of South Laurel guys in the back with him not even knowing about it. And it rolls dead on about the 33-yard line. So that's where the Cardinal will take over on their first possession.
33, where the Cardinals will take over.
Phillip, as South Laurel comes to their first series, I wouldn't be at all surprised to see them. We know they're going to throw it.
Oh, definitely.
They might try to get something on us early.
Cardinal comes in with a pretty decent young man running at tailback. He's a 5'8", 153-pound junior named Jordan Lewis, who wears jersey number 11. Of course, Matt Moore is the starting quarterback for the Cardinal. Young man. Of course, you've seen stories on him throughout the Commonwealth this early football season. Had a special on him. Moore under center, hands it off to Lewis.
Cover. Atta baby, good job.
Anywhere as Matt Williams is there along with Chaz Stradley to wrap him up.
Atta way to cover there, Chaz.
We see that Stradley will be getting quite a bit of duty this evening. The young sophomore 74 in there for the Red Hounds. As a possibility, one of our usual senior starting offensive and defensive linemen may not be playing this evening due to some circumstances, so we wait to see.
Well, that's interesting that here comes that second down now. First down, he was under center. Moore was under center, and he's doing it again.
Usually a shotgun-oriented offense, South Laurel, and there's Lewis, cuts out, and there is Stephen Cook coming from his outside linebacker spot.
On the carry for South
Pick up
Laurel.
about 2 yards on the carry.
Was number 22,
we got two guards pulling that time for South Laurel. Came down the line. We got our end inside, and that's how he got outside of us right there. We got her contained.
One thing you want to teach your defensive ends, you turn everything inside to the backers. And that time, Levi got a little bit too far upfield from his defensive end. Correction, we've got, yes, Levi.
Trips this time. Come on, line, you got to put some pressure on him right here. Get after him, Ian.
That is Matt Moore in the shotgun now.
There it is.
Oh,
all right. Fumble
on the play. And it looks like possibility no, they're saying he was down. Bring up a punting situation. So that time reading all the way the interior front line of the Red Hounds and absolutely snuffed that play out from the get-go. Going back to deep for the Red Hounds to return is Bram Hoover, the senior.
I don't know if the officials saw that ball come loose. They didn't seem to, they weren't coming real fast. Didn't have the beanbags in their hands.
Junior Turner.
Turner is the punter. He's a senior. Stands on about his own 20-yard line. Hoover will be on his own 32-yard line. Snap is clean. The kick is away. It's high, almost straight up, and it's coming down on about the 37-yard line. Takes a row, backwards row, up to about the 32 of the Red Hounds, Corbin's. Red Hounds 32, and that's where they'll take over.
32-yard line where they'll take over first and 10.
I look for us maybe to run more plays this time than we did last time.
Yeah, 3 and out, don't cut it. As they've probably brought the offensive unit over to the side and made a quick adjustment here or there, and let's see what senior leadership will do this time in B.J. Foley starting quarterback. Of course, Hart is your center. On the offensive line, we'll give those young men just in a few moments. Wide outs top and bottom of your screen. Hand off to Cook. Cook busts up, and we'll get maybe 2 yards on the carry.
22, Stephen Cook on the carry for Corbin.
Stephen crosses the 35.
Number 42, Richard Hammonds, and number 35.
Okay, offensive line. Let's get after him here. Matt Williams, Levi Skeen, Tyler Hart, Chaz Stradley, and Derek Marlowe. Let's get after him, boys.
On that right side is the big side. That is in Marlowe and Williams. Those are the really, besides Stradley in there when he's playing, or Billy Kane, are the 2 of the bigger linemen we have. High snap in the shotgun. Back to throw now is Foley having some pressure. Throws it out here to Cook, wide open out the 50. He's at the 42, and that's where he'll be tackled. If BJ can lead Stephen just a little bit, Stephen catches it in stride, doesn't have to come back, but that's a good heads-up play by BJ, feeling the pressure on the backside, just getting the ball away, and good eye coordination between Stephen and BJ for Stephen to come back. So good senior workmanship that time.
Break the pattern off that time. I mean, he was open. He was standing still.
Right. So good time that time by both seniors. showing that the pressure that BJ had just to elude that on the backside. Hand off to Cook now. Cook is stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and then leg motion really gets him about 2 yards, maybe 3.
Okay.
The pile, really, you could see it just stop all of a sudden.
Phil, I think right here you may have to go that 46 double belly. Start faking to one man, giving it to the second man through, like we run against Bell County.
Yeah,
because
you're right.
They're coming awful hard.
Yes, they
going
are.
for that first man through.
We're doing a little gaming right now, and so Red Hounds now after 1 yard carry up to the Cardinal 41 quick pitch. Cook gets around the end. He does. He's got some room. He's high steps it close to the 35-yard line, then time to the 34-yard line. So a pickup of about 6 yards on that carry right now should bring up about.
South Laurel, number 35, David Payne.
It should be now 3rd down and short, about 3rd and 2. Scoreboard has it correct. The ball's resting just inside the 35-yard line. Red Hounds now are driving at the 6:25 mark here in the first period of play.
All right, let's move it here, Hounds. Move it here.
On a brisk evening here, really high atop the press box in Cardinal Stadium. Very cloudy. We've been fighting the storm all evening, and so far we've been lucky not had any rain as 22 Stephen Cook busts up the middle again. Really, they're picking on the right side, are they not, Chandler?
So far we have. We've not run anything to this left side, have we?
Todd Smith,
that's going to be short. Well,
number 12, Glenn Doan.
Let's see.
First down, Red Hounds.
Oh, they did give it first down. Okay.
So Cook, and again, really the workhorse on this drive right here. He's carried the ball. He's caught the ball. Hoover, I don't believe, has yet to touch it in the backfield or more either one.
Well, I think you're going to see it. We're just setting them up.
That's exactly.
Really,
the old checker player.
He's just setting them up.
The old chess player himself is just baiting them a little bit.
You're going to see it. We're going to go off to the right and fake, and then we're going to come back to the left.
The old cross buck. Well, now we're in double wide with the slot and Cook. Lone back is Moore. Quick pitch. Here's Hoover. Cuts it up, back up inside. Good cut that time. He saw to the outside. The feed was breaking down, and that was a great job of of Hoover just cutting it back up inside, getting something from nothing.
You pick up about 2.5 yards.
Probably got about 2.5 yards. 3 will give him at the length that time. Bring up 3rd down or 2nd down and 7. And that was just a heads-up move on Bram's part right there. He saw the outside collapsing on him. He just cut it back up inside.
All right, let's go here. We're in the shotgun again.
Following the shotgun on 2nd down and 8. High snap, though, as Stephen Cook now picks it up, twirls down inside the 20, probably down to the 19-yard line. They're saying no, just to the 20-yard line where he got plenty enough for the first down, though. A pickup of 9 yards on the carry by Stephen Cook. Young man comes in tonight in the first game against Connor with 133-yard production offensively. Last week against the powerful Lexington Knights out of Henry Clay, Lexington Catholic. He had 144 yards, so 277 yards coming into tonight rushing in the department for Stephen Cook. Not far behind is Hoover.
Oh, now let's see if we're going to get a little cross buck here. Nope.
Oh, this time it's straight up, and he's met, but that time spins. Coming in, that time number 51, reading well, Evan Sutton.
Number 51, Evan Sutton. Also number 6, Travis Collins.
Well, that was a lead, 42 lead that time?
Yes.
I don't know where that man got loose from. Maybe the end didn't get him. Because they had both the the fullback and halfback on lead blocks.
Yes, we did. Jeremy Ware lines up, and that is Hendrickson in the slot. Stephen Cook around to the right side, breaks 1-2. Hoover on the block right there, set it up, touchdown.
Number 22.
20-yard run that time.
For the
Stephen
Corbin
Cook, touchdown. As that time, you could see on the top of your screen, Bram Hoover perfectly took his man on about the 8-yard line and moved him out and let Stephen cut inside.
Okay, Philip, on that time, with this lineup that we had, a formation we had on offense, most of South Laurel's players were on our left side. They had very little to cover. I mean, it's just one man on one when you get out there like that.
One-on-one. And complementing themselves very well when you're a receiver at Corbin, you've also got to be able to block. PAT is good, so here, 3:41 to go in. It's a Red Hound 7, And South Laurel 0 will step out for one moment. We'll be right back with your kickoff. And we're back now. This year, I'd like to share this with our listening audience. We have sponsors now for Red Hound Replay. We want to thank them. That's David Salvage, Western Steer, Pepsi Cola,
Cumberland Valley National Bank, Stanley and Henry's Dairy Marts, Hoover Companies of Kentucky,
and McDonald's of Corbin,
Gambrel Collision Center,
and Central Automotive. So our hats off to all those fine sponsors for Red Hound Replay for allowing us to be on this year once again. Kickoff now by Foley, taken by the up back on the 18-yard line. 20-25 and down to the inside about the 32-yard line. Done on the return for South Laurel.
Pretty good coverage that time. A good high kick from
number 44, Anthony Mullins, also number 9, Jeremy
to the
Ware.
25-yard line and with a return of 6 yards. So that's not bad on the kickoff.
Not bad on your kickoff when you have that. And that was Ware and Mullins on the stop for the Red Hounds. So it's 3:34 clock stop on possession. Red Hounds 7, Cardinals 0. 1st and 10 on South's 31-yard line.
Come on, guys. Get after them right here, defense. Pin your ears back.
Motion man, quick pitch
pitch.
to Lewis, and read great that time. I tell you what, coming over on the side was 33 more, and he did perfect by turning it inside. We've got
When
a
he
flag
read that,
on the
he
play.
came strong, didn't he?
Yes, he did, and that turns it inside, and he lost his footage that time. Lewis did. We got a flag on the play. Illegal shift charged against South. I'll say they declined this probably after the loss of the play.
I'd turn that down.
He is. Coach Jules going decline the penalty, decline the penalty. On a loss of the play, take the down, bring up 2nd down, and it looks like about 12 to 13 yards after the Moore did a good job. He turned it inside, and that's exactly what you want. That's what we were talking about earlier on this backside, on this downside here, of the down below, the screen level here. That you got to get upfield and you got to turn that inside. Let your backers be, who are scraping down the line right there.
Right. I thought
good job that time.
I'm really surprised with Moore under center as much as he did, although I haven't seen them on film. You just think he's more of a shotgun type. Oh, reverse,
and there it's read perfect.
Atta baby.
Matt Williams and Stephen Cook. I could see Stephen cheating up. He was coming on the dead blitz all the way, and then when they read the reverse, Stephen and Matt Williams were standing there waiting on it.
Well, coming into this contest, we knew that South Laurel had a lot of inexperience on their offense and defensive lines, and that has really hurt them so far this year. They haven't been able to get much continuity to drives and establish any kind of running game, in order to get the clock on their side and move the football.
I believe the stats right now for South Laurel is 94 points allowed and only scored 6 themselves in their first 2 opening games. So,
come on, Hounds, want the ball back here.
Moore has faced a 3rd and 19, and we've got movement. Charged against the Red Hounds, surely. No, procedure against South Laurel. So,
I tell you, Phil, here I was jumping up and down here a minute ago.
Yeah, I know.
We jumped off sides, but because I'd never seen us jump off sides on defense as much as we did last week.
Yep.
And that's mental, baby.
Yep.
You got to be on your brain up here.
Watch the football.
Hey, it's that simple, isn't it?
Watch the football. There's nowhere on the defensive side of the ball. You don't have to worry about your defensive backs, but I'm talking about from defensive end to defensive end, anywhere in between there. There's nowhere that you can't see the football.
Exactly.
It's 3rd and 24 now. Moore finds himself deep in the shadows of his own goal post.
Now, look at 3rd down. Now, we see we changed defense up a little bit. Gino's in the middle. Have Steven at one linebacker, but he's outside. He's covering a man.
Gino's comes on the blitz, and he's got Moore on the run. Quick hitch out here to Lewis. Lewis is not going to be going much anywhere because coming up, Brett Faulkner read perfect, and it was Gino Sima who actually caused that disruption.
Right, and Faulkner tied him up around the ankles, and then Matt Williams was coming on a dead run. Got him shoulder high.
Yes, he did. So that time the Cardinal, instead of getting positive yardage, went back and lost 14 yards on that offensive series. So it'll be now the Red Hounds standing back waiting on the punt once again.
23, Junior Turner. And back for the Red Hounds.
Turner will be
83,
punting along with Hoover standing on his own 50-yard line, or on the 50-yard line to return. And this will be a return. No, it won't.
Fair catch.
As fair catch is called by Hoover on his own 47-yard line, 48-yard line. So that's where the Hounds will take over, 1st and 10.
Now this is a prime example of field position. We started our last drive on about the 32-yard line.
Right.
And went down and scored. Okay, this time we're going to start on our own 48-yard line.
Right.
Last week we were starting on the 20.
Hey.
I think the best return we had was out to about the 35-yard line. That was the initial kickoff.
Yes. Football is a ground game, that's for sure, possession game. A lot of it has where you get, Foley has plenty of time, has Hoover right across the middle, unable to hang on to the ball. Just unable. Good defensive time that time by Josh Baker. He's a senior, and that time Baker was step for step with Hoover and did a good job.
But BJ laid that ball right in there. That was catchable, and we got to bring those kind in. Bram will do a good job. He'll come back and catch the next one.
I thought Baker did a pretty good, decent job, too, on the defensive side. I think he might have had a little more hand up in there that Bram could handle. Here it is.
Okay, we got trips to the near side, one back. Stephen Cook behind B.J. Foley.
Checking off now. It looks like B.J. is.
Ooh, block. Oh, that was a misplay right there.
Sure was, but it returned the misplay into a
number 22
big gain that time.
For Corbin.
Stephen.
Taken down by Southlaw 35, David Payne. Also number 24, Tyler Freeze.
That is just disheartening to a defense.
Yeah.
Here they run a busted play, and then they turn around and run for a 40-yard gain.
Yep. And the way it looked like the quick pitch was supposed to be to the top of the screen, Stephen takes almost a two counter step, really, which not supposed to happen. The blocking was already set up to the top of the screen, so his speed really is what helped him get out there to that busted play. Trips now.
Against teams like maybe Middlesboro or Catholic.
Got to be careful.
Bell County. That's a tough play to get into right there.
Got to be careful. More now is in motion. Flag on the play.
Penalty marker on the play.
A bit of procedure charged against the Red Hounds.
I believe so. He might have been coming forward, possibly, or.
Yep.
Okay, false start.
Legal procedure is called against
If
Corbin.
he'd been going forward at the time of the snap, the man in motion, it's an illegal shift because you can't turn toward the line of scrimmage before the ball is snapped.
That was a slant pattern too, and Hoover, the free safety, had gone to the strong side, which is the lower side of the screen, and Bram was wide open on the 5-yard line.
He was.
He was wide open.
Is he his man coverage? And I think he's in man coverage again.
Yeah, it's man at the top. Free safety's come over. Now this time, he's wide open. Touchdown.
There it is. There it is. I tell you.
We got a flag.
Pass completed to Bram Hoover.
Where? Oh, wait a minute.
Marker on the play.
Oh, goodness. This is by the field judge, and generally that's on the offense. We're going to have to run that play again, Phil?
Well, you know what happened was Bram really got held up. He got jammed. And BJ just had enough time in the great line protection of just to let Bram fight through that and just laid it up over his head, and there was no backside, but they're going to call this back. An eligible man downfield.
No, that's not ineligible receiver.
The touchdown.
Ineligible receiver is one hand.
Okay.
Not two.
Well, I know with double hands on the back of the head is illegal participation. What is two hands on top of the head?
May not have had a mouthpiece in.
Okay.
All right. Same formation, same play?
Why not? If it's not broke, don't fix it. Do it again. You've done it twice. Do it the third time.
They're going to have to. South Laurel's going to have to make an adjustment to that, or
we'll
it's going
see
to be
what he
there all
does
night.
right here. Okay. 6 is back over there. 1-on-1. That's Travis Collins man-to-man with Hoover. There is no backside help. None whatsoever. So they're going to give it to Steven. He's off to the races. One block, cuts it inside, down inside the 10, out the 8.
Stephen Cook on the carry for Corbin. On the tackle for South Laurel, number 35, David Payne.
Out of way to carry the bread, baby.
Well, you know, same formation this time. They hand it to Cook coming to the bottom of the screen, strong side, really. And, you know, I want you to watch this on the screen, this very next play. Let's call it right here. Let's see. I don't know if they'll come out. We got Barton now coming into the formation. But now they're at the bottom side of the camera, which screen, I should say. This is the short side of the field. They got the wide side to the top. If they still run that same formation, split Hoover, yes, they got Hoover and Barton now, so that's going to be strong side.
This is quick pitch right.
And let's see, what do we got? So after end of the first period, it's the Red Hounds 7, the Cardinals 0. We'll be back with the start of the second period in 1 moment. And we're back starting the second period of play. It's 12 minutes in second period. Red Hounds 7, South Laurel 0. And I'll tell you what, I want to throw a little pitch in for our little young lady on the camera this evening. I had the pleasure of, at the Corbin Middle School this week, of being with the young ladies on Ladies Night Out. And I'll tell you what, her daddy ought to be pretty proud of her. She's going to be an upcoming point guard for the Lady Red Hounds. She's an 8th grader, so here she is filming football, and she can shoot the rock. She also can handle it pretty good. So here we go. Red Hounds deep in on 2nd and 3. Ball on the 8-yard line. Handed right straight up the gut to Moore. Moore bowls his way across on that big, massive offensive front line for the Red Hounds. Sticks it right on the back of Chaz Stradley, says, lead me to the promised land. And they came up probably about
33, Justin Moore on the carry for Corbin.
1 yard short of a first down.
Number 36,
Phil, we got first quarter stats for Corbin. Had 11 rushing plays for 100 yards. South Laurel 5 rushes for 8 yards. Corbin a total of 15 plays for 123. South Laurel 6 plays for 7 yards.
3rd and 1 now. Moore in motion, hands it out straight up to Hoover. Hoover's not even touched until he's 10, almost 8 yards into the end zone.
When I was downstairs getting the stats, Phil, South Laurel's coaches were right there, and I heard them hollering, it's a quick pitch or a counter, a quick pitch or a counter, and what they do, we ran a dive play.
Yeah, ran the dive. So at 11:18, it's Hoover going in from 5 yards out. Puts the Red Hounds up 13 to 0. Dixon is the kicker, and does. He's still perfect on the season. The young sophomore kicks it through. So at 11:18, it's Red Hounds 14, the Cardinals 0. We'll keep it right here for 1 moment, Miss Katie. But what I was talking about, Chandler, was we was gone just for a minute. But I was talking about our camera young lady over here. She played the round ball pretty good. I saw her Tuesday night handles the ball pretty well. So we've got a young lady here on the camera, learning football too.
We'll have to have her dribbling while she's running the camera.
Yeah, that'll work. We some more stats right here in that first period of play. Chandler, what do you got?
Passing, Corbin passed, 1 for 4, 0 interceptions. Total passing yards 23. South Laurel 1 of 1.
Through the penalty wise and sack wise, it looks like South has run 6 total offensive plays for a -7.
Okay. Number 11, Jordan Lewis, and number 12, Glenn Doan.
That'll pad your stats real good right there when you go negative for a loss.
I feel about. I want to get after this team right here in the second quarter.
I believe Dixon's going to kick off now.
Yeah, he did the first time.
Oh, my bad. Okay. So Dixon does approach the ball, kicks it high, end over end, take on about the 8-yard line. To 15, 20, 25, off to the races, and they're coming over for the Red Hounds is number 10. Good job that time.
And also number 25, that's Gino Simon.
25, Gino
well, I'll tell you, Faulkner gets down there and takes that wedge on, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Gino just sacrificed his body.
When he met the man in the wedge, he threw him off to the left side, and the runner cut to the right of that.
Yes.
That's how he got by him.
Yes. Ian Hall there on the stop. So at their own 31-yard line, the Cardinal takes over on their 3rd possession of the second period of play, this second period.
I see Anthony Mullins in at linebacker now.
And maybe 2 yards on the carry that time is Lewis. 44, there you go. You called it.
Anthony Mullins on the tackle, along with Chaz Stradley.
Anthony Mullins.
Also in for the Red Hounds, too, I see a number 64 in there now, and that's, let's see.
Is that Brandon Feltz?
Excuse me, Brandon. I'll pick that up in just a moment. Well, I lost my Corbin roster somewhere.
Yeah, 64 is Mark Payne. Excuse us. Mark Payne, number 64.
Okay, keep that handy right
Come
there.
on, Chaz, get a hold of him.
Moore having some Mullins and now on the pursuit. Moore is on the run, loose. And, you know, this is one thing that Moore does bring. Matt Moore brings this to the South Laurel, the senior leadership part of that. He breaks down and
that's good for a Cardinal first down.
And he runs the ball pretty well. And this is the first down of the evening for the Cardinal.
Well, that coverage, you know, that was almost a coverage sack back there. Chaz was reaching for him, but your linebackers got to get loose there. The defensive backs come on up and cover the run.
So, first down of the evening for the Cardinal. Moore stands in the shotgun with trips to the bottom of your screen. Oh, that's it. What it is the snap was directly snapped to number 12. That's Glenn Doan. And as Moore really looked like he had the ball, it was a quick snap to Moore. To Doan, the up back.
Well, you know, one thing we've not seen is very many touches by Lewis, number 11. And this guy was a freshman, really hurt us 2 years ago up here. Of course, he was playing with the likes of Neil Warren.
Yeah, that helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, when you got a quarterback that runs a 4.5 40 and can throw it 45, 50 yards.
Now he's at Georgetown College on a national championship NAIA school. Here's the snap. Now again to Doan again. It's a quick pitch out here to Lewis, though. Get off the block, and good job that time. As that time,
Jordan Lewis on the carry for South Laurel.
That time Foley really stood his blocker up and created the lane to turn inside to allow the backside help right there. And created that, but not until there was a pickup of about almost 7, 8 yards, or 8, 9 yards on the carry. Now we'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
Looks like Corbin gets some of their starters back in after letting them rest for a few minutes there.
So they've had some of the youngsters in there playing as the Red Hound defensive starters are back in.
Moore's
back to throw. Has some pressure now from the backside.
Here we go.
He will have enough for the first down, Moore will. And he's stopped on trailing as Levi Ski.
On the carry for South Laurel.
So it is Moore again showing that, you know, if it's a breakdown, he's got to put this team on his own shoulders and carry him.
Yeah, we got to get some licks on him, that's for sure.
And, you know, the thing about it is that time, we ran him out of the pocket. We had some good pursuit up the field, but we're just not getting the correct angle on him. You know what I'm saying? We're coming too flat to him. We need to get more angle on him. So it's a first down. It's in Red Hound territory first time this evening on the 38-yard line.
Come on, Matt. Come on, Williams. Let's go. Come on, Derek. Come on, Derek.
Lewis now will get.
Number 11.
Will be stopped by 22. Stephen Cook, along with 62 Williams.
Corbin, number 74.
Let's go defensive line. Let's go defensive line.
And Stradley 74 was on the stop. Not though until Lewis was. And that's really the first big run Lewis has had this evening.
Yes, it has. It's about a 5-yard.
5-yard carry that time. 4, they're saying. So it'd be 2nd down and 6. 7:33. Red Hounds on top. 14-0.
Come on, guys.
We got an official time right now as Lewis is probably going to have some adjustment done to his headgear. He's got a strap loose or something.
Got to get somebody in for him.
And checking in for him will be number 42, Richard Hammonds, the senior.
Now right
senior
here,
replacing junior.
Bill, right here, you got a couple good first downs here for South Laurel. Now we got to turn the tide right here.
Motion man to the top.
Oh, God, we got to lock on.
Hands it off now to Scat back right there. Good run that time, straight up, and he is going to be stopped at about the 6. Good run that time, number 12, Glenn Doan, the senior, 5'5", 145-pound tailback. And let me tell you, that 5'5" young man was scooting from his 33 down, from the Red Hounds 33 down to the Red Hounds 6-7 line. Big hole that time.
Giving them too much good right there. Too much good happening for them. Let's cut this out.
Big scoot that time. South's only been able to put 6 points on the scoreboard in their first 2 games this season.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
But knocking on the door of the Red Hounds now. 1st and goal on the 7-yard line. 6:56, second period. Hand off to Lewis. Lewis busts up the middle and may get.
Number 11, Jordan Lewis on the carry for South Laurel.
1 yard.
And
On the tackle
in the
for
formation
Corbin,
that South Laurel's been
number
running in, see, we've
57,
got
Levi
BJ
Skinny,
on the
also
outside, I
number
got Steven on the
25,
outside, I got
Gino
Bram on the
Sima.
outside, and we got Gino on the inside and Moore on the inside. So we got 2 young boys in there covering the middle.
Yep.
We may have to make an adjustment on that,
We'll look and see.
if they're not going to throw the ball.
That's right.
Because that's why we got that speed out there, is to cover every receiver.
Cover the outside. I formation now, South Laurel. Moore under center. Hands it off. No, keeps it. Going to keep it around the end. That almost looked like a hold. And he's not going to be able to
Number
gain
21, Matt Moore on the carry
Foley
for
that time.
South Laurel.
Quarterback met
On the
each
tackle
other.
for Corbin, number 12,
I don't
BJ
believe there was a
Foley.
gain on that. Looks like it's still going to be 3rd and goal on about the 6.
Maybe a gain, no gain. So he strung it out that time, was a bootleg, and Moore is going, I need a timeout. So timeout, South Laurel will also
South
step out.
Laurel.
5:59, Red Hounds 14, South Laurel 0. 3rd and goal on the 6. We'll be back in 1 moment. And goal on the 6-yard line. Moore needed to talk it over with head coach Ledger. Ledger, okay.
All right, let's
Wherever
go
you're
now.
at.
They got Doan in the one lone back now. You got to watch him getting outside on us. Fade, look.
Oh,
Break
good
up.
defense
Good
that
job.
time. Great defense.
See him look at the receiver.
Justin Krutzinger.
When BJ saw the receiver look, he went up. He had his
Right.
back to the ball.
That's right. He read his eyes. When the receiver went up, BJ went up. Great defensive move that time by the senior quarterback, and now playing defensive back, BJ Foley. It's 4th and goal on the 6. If the Red Hounds could
Let's go, guys.
could begin to drive a quick coffin nail in right here, at least in the first half, if they stop them right here and then drive the ball, plenty of time to drive.
Well, they're sending all their 3 receivers into the short side of the field.
One
Don't
on
be surprised if we don't run that again, or maybe try to get it to Doan.
Talking about BJ on an island. He's out there, and no.
Atta baby.
Good read that time. Get the young man coming up.
Gino Sima, number 25, Gino Sima.
Gino. That young sophomore stayed. He says, my man's the quarterback. Where he goes, I go. And that time, Moore unable to punch it in. So, really, it's 1st and goal on the 7-yard line, and South Laurel gets 1 yard in 4 plays.
That's 2 goal line stands we've had
2
this year.
great goal line stands this year. Now, if the Red Hounds can take it at 5:47 drive, right at 94 yards in 5 minutes and 47 seconds, go in at halftime with the big momentum, South Laurel's got a lot to talk about.
All right, let's go, guys. Pick it up here.
Split backfield now, line up wide to the left or to the top. Foley back to throw, going to quick strike first. Foley's in his own end zone, throws it out, incomplete. Good job that time.
Oh, no, they're going to flag that. That's a safety. If he calls that illegal forward pass or grounding the ball, that's going to be a safety.
Well,
And
the man was coming back for the ball.
I'm sure Coach Jewell is going to argue this call right here, but it's not going to do him any
Yeah,
good.
so he's going to pick it up, throw it away. Should just flag it off.
Intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding
And
is called against Corbin.
there's
and it
loss of
results
down.
in the safety.
You're right. Well, Hoover was there trying to come back to the ball.
I don't believe that was a good call.
No, I don't either, because Bram Hoover was coming back for the football.
Now, it's gonna be irrelevant here to argue the call, but they're just planting the seed for the next call.
Yep.
We all know that.
Yep. So the rule interpretation works this way. Anytime you intentionally throw the ball incomplete out of your end zone and the receiver's not in that area, that is called intentional grounding. And if you're in the end zone, that's a 2-point safety. South Laurel has scored 2 points now tonight on the safety. That is their 8th point this season. Red Hounds now will have a free kick. So they'll kick off from their
20-yard line.
20. So the Red Hounds will have a free kick from the 20-yard line. So what do? Do you punt it or do you kick it off? What do we do best?
I don't know. For what up 14-0 with 5:40 in second quarter, Phil, I may punt it and give. Unless you see I see a T coming down.
Yep. Yep, Dixon's going to kick off. So
You asked me to second guess again.
yeah, I'm sorry. But the thing about it is you know, what do you do best in your kicking game? Well, right now our kicking game is our kickoff. So let Mr. Dixon come in and kick the ball away.
For Corbin's number 65, Eric Dixon. Back
Let's
for
cover,
South
guys.
Law,
Let's
number
cover.
12, Glenn Doan. And number 11, Jordan Lewis.
Well, learning experience on Red Hound's part. Yep, I see him. And number 5 on the end right here for the Red Hounds is
I believe he's a freshman. Isn't that Pruitt?
Travis Pruitt, I believe. Number 5.
Wasn't very deep at the.
To the 40. Dawn is going to be
Number 12,
dropped
Glenn
inside.
Doan on the return for South Laurel.
So some of the young men, 5'5" Travis Pruitt in there on the kickoff for the Red Hounds. He's a
On
freshman.
the stop for Corbin, number 10, Ian Hall.
Hall was the stop. Tell you what, this PA, this is a great system. But they've got us tonight on top of this press box. The speakers are facing out. Usually when you're behind a speaker, you know, it's even better. This is one heck of a system right here because it is loud.
All right, the Hounds back on defense field with
Really?
5:34 left here, leading 14-2 over the Cardinals from South Laurel.
Really, right now, the PA man can call the play-by-play. You know, we can sit here and watch. Okay, Moore's in the shotgun again. He has Doan and Lewis in the split backfield between him. Wide outs to the top and bottom. Slot man, whoa, big snap. Gino
He's
Simon has the
backside.
pressure and stopped.
That's the way to get after
lost
him.
that time.
Now, Jordan Lewis was open. He came out of the backfield and went down to the Corbin sideline. He was open if Moore had seen him. I don't know if he's seen him.
Well, and I don't think he really had a chance to even to see him because Gino Simon come through on the backside and was on a dead run, and he could feel that pursuit. Now, I'm not quite sure. I don't know if it's Matt's left eye or if it's right eye that he's. I believe it's his left eye. So when he's rolling to the left, he has no peripheral vision in that left eye. He can feel that, though, the athlete that he is.
All right, let's go, Hounds. Get after him right here. Nothing good, nothing good.
This time you've got trips to the bottom of your screen. Lone back is Doan next to the left of Moore. Back to throw, quick screen.
Flare.
And no, it's Lewis. Lewis breaks 1-2 tackles. Good time that time. Gino Simon, Brett Faulkner, all had chances at him, but he slipped out of that. Lewis did and made it right up to the midline.
Had him caught in the backfield again, didn't we? Let him out.
Also number 33, Justin Moore.
But it's still going to be a 3rd down 15 or 3rd down 14 for the Cardinals.
3rd, a long way to go.
Big play right here. Big play, Hounds. Let's stop him right here. We got to watch his backs coming out of the backfield.
Yes, they do. Moore now this time has Doan and Lewis in the split between him. He's in the shotgun. Wide outs with the slot to the bottom. Looks both ways. Big Chad Stradley unable to put a hand. Levi Skeen, though, is there.
Baby.
Good job.
Good job, Gino.
Brett Faulkner, Levi Skeen.
Levi Skeen.
Brett Faulkner.
And Gino again runs him out of the backfield.
Well, Chaz ran him out of the backfield. Chaz made a dive for his shoelaces. Couldn't get him tied in time.
So here comes the punt receive team in for the Red Hounds. It will be Hoover going back deep.
Now this punt is against the wind. Well, against the crosswind anyway.
Punt for Corbin. Punting for South Laurel, number 23, Junior Turner.
Tanner standing on his own 36. Red Hounds are coming. High, and Hoover will take a fair catch and will not get the ball.
By South Laurel, number 24, Tyler Freeze.
Well, Bram on the run that time tried to field a fair catch. It got away from him. Now we got our defense come back on the field. Now we're going to have to answer the call right here because you don't want to give them in 3 minutes. You don't want to give them another score and have just a 14-9 lead or 14-8 lead going in at halftime. So we're going to have to answer the call right here, guys.
Red Hounds defense called upon again where it looks like at 2:59 the offense was going to have it after a miscue on the fair catch. Moore now under center.
It's a run. It's a
Hands
run.
off to Lewis. Lewis has some running room. He goes in. Yes.
Number 11, Jordan Lewis on the
Touchdown.
touchdown.
Jordan Lewis that time, you could see it from our vantage point, had nothing but a clear lane all the way, and he was not touched until about the 2-yard line. And sheer determination, he bounces into the end zone. So South Laurel quickly, in a matter of less than 3 minutes, has put 8 points on the board when it looked like the Red Hounds possibly had a drive at the 5:59 after they stopped them to really put them away.
All right,
Here
here's the
it
fake.
is.
Here's the fake. Get off the
Don't-
block.
Off to
Intercepted.
the
Ball's
races.
dead.
This is a
Ball's
2-point.
dead. Ball's dead.
No, it's not. Okay, so it's not a 2-point.
No, the ball is dead.
2-point
Okay.
conversion
In high school, the ball is dead.
intercepted by B.J. Foley.
So
2:51 to go in the first half.
2:51, it's the Red
Corbin
Hounds 14 and
South
Cardinals
Laurel
8. We'll step back with the kickoff in just 1 moment.
Where
We're back.
also number
2:51,
8, Brett
14
Faulkner.
Red Hounds, 8 South Laurel. Bottinger will be kicking off. It will be Brett Faulkner in the deep
And
back
number 5, Travis Pruitt.
with Travis Pruitt, number 5, the freshman, and 9, Jeremy Ware in.
Watch
Trip
out
formation
onside
this
here.
time for the Red Hounds kickoff receive. Bottinger kicks it high and will take it by Faulkner and offsides.
There's a penalty marker
Okay,
on the
offsides
play.
on South Laurel. Now,
Yep.
that's a dead. He called it a dead ball foul, which the offside should be on the kickoff, a dead ball.
Right.
So that means they have to mark off 5, and they'll have to kick
35.
it again.
So right now, if you look at those 8 points that the Red Hounds have, that South Laurel has on the board, it's played.
2 of them are ours.
That's right. I
Illegal
mean,
procedures
2
called
points
against
is
South
ours,
Laurel.
and then really the muffed to punt right there.
Getting ball down on the 15-yard line.
Yes.
Here we are back.
Yeah.
Giveaways inside our own territory. Another team capitalizing on it. We got to quit that stuff.
Well, at 5:59, the Red Hounds looked like they were in the driver's seat, going to have it and take off, have a long drive. Now it's 2:51. In less than 3 minutes, Cardinals put 8 points on the board on miscues of the Red Hounds. High kick taken by Faulkner, and he fumbles the ball. And I don't know.
Oh, ball's
it's
loose,
still
ball's loose again.
loose, and South Laurel has it.
South Laurel.
Again, a miscue. There you go.
On the fumble recovery for
It's
South Laurel,
nothing
the
really
play,
that the
Ryan
Cardinal is
Algren.
doing. It's the Red Hounds doing it to themselves. And the Red Hound
There is
still
an
on
injured
the.
Corbin player on the field.
So right now we have a Red Hound injury on the field. Let's step out 1 moment. We'll be back after this injury timeout. And we're back. Now that is Faulkner being helped off the field by Kim Clary, the medical staff for the Red Hounds. 2:44, here we go. South Laurel again, defense is on the field on the Red Hound 30-yard line.
Okay, now Matt Duke, a sophomore, has come in to replace the senior Brett Faulkner.
So we go from senior to sophomore.
Now, I don't know for what I might change, think about changing defensive assignments up right here. Get a backer back inside.
We'll see. What has happened is it's 2:44 now. I mean, I'd hate to be redundant about it, but 2:44.
And South Laurel must have taken a timeout right here.
The
Or
Cardinal-
Corbin, I'm not sure which one called it.
Well, the injury timeout. So, really not sure either what's going on, but we'll keep it here. And what's happening is momentum. Big Mo at 5:59 was in the driver's seat of the Red Hounds. At 2:44, it is all over South Laurel.
Yeah, and we got to give the ball to them coming out second half, so we need to stop right
We
here.
sure do. Right now, the Red Hounds have really got to make a statement here on defense and get the ball back. Again, our specialty teams, it's really been our stroke of bad luck. 2 games in a row.
Yeah, last week it was punting. This week it's been receiving.
So you got wide outs, slots, both sides. Doan is the lone back. Moore's under center.
Come on, guys, get after him. Let's go, Chaz. Let's go, Marlowe. Get on him. Get after him right here. At it, baby.
Moore is going to be
yeah.
sacked by
Atta,
a host of
baby.
Red Hounds. First one, Chaz Stradley.
Cardinal backfield.
Yeah.
And Marlowe. Marlowe, Stradley really were the first 2.
Corbin number 52, Derek Marlowe. Also number 33, Justin Moore.
That way to spin your ears back and come after him right there.
Exactly what you got to do. You got to make a statement. If your statement's got to be made by your defense, then your defense is the one's going to have to rise to the occasion. Trips now to the bottom. Overload.
Come on.
Back to throw.
Watch
He's
the
got
screen.
some time
Watch the
now.
screen.
Now has some
Oh,
pressure.
and
Chaz, no, he's going to run out of it. Moore cuts back.
Number 21, Matt Moore on the carry for South Laurel. On the stop for Corbin, number 25, Gino Sima. And number 33, Justin Moore.
Young man, John. That is number 11 for South Laurel, Jordan Lewis.
Is it number 11?
I believe it is number 11.
I couldn't tell.
I believe
it was 11
is.
or 14. Yeah, let's look in the huddle.
That'd be a big blow. The 5'8" junior tailback is number 11. That's who it is.
It does look like number 11.
Let's step out for a moment. We'll be back after this injury timeout. And we're back.
Philip, we hate to see the young man, Jordan Lewis, number 11, get hurt because last year on a run he took off, Adam Mills ran him down and brought him down shoulder high, and he broke his collarbone last year in the ball game. This looks like more like a knee or an ankle.
It is. They're working on one of the lower extremities part of him.
All right, let's go, Hounds.
Stones lined up now to the right of Moore in the shotgun. There again, double wide, double slot.
Come on, line. There's a stunt. There's a stunt. Come on, Matt. Come on, Matt. Attaboy. Big Matt Williams. Or is that Derek Marlowe?
That's
Junior Turner.
No, that's 52 for the
That's
Red
Marlowe.
Hounds. That's Marlowe.
That way to run him down there, Marlowe. Put him on the ground.
So it brings up another punting situation. Red Hounds.
Okay, let's bring everybody up.
Yeah.
But you know, we'll go run that ball down again now.
Well, thing about it is, if it's over Bram's head, I'd let it roll. Wouldn't you?
Probably so. Inside the 10.
Yep. Bram's coming up. They're not going to have a return. No return on this.
High snap.
Yeah, all the way to the end zone. Out of the end zone.
He kicked a lick on that one, didn't he?
He put a lick on it. So, there you go. Red Hounds will have it now 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
Now, right here, minute and 33 left. We'll get into 2-minute drill here. Get into 2-minute drill.
1 minute and 33 seconds. That's what it's wrote. 2-minute drill, 14-8. Could really be a momentum builder for the Red Hounds going in at halftime.
If this is going into 2-minute drill, now these are scripted plays.
Yep.
They're called by number from the sideline.
Yep. So we'll see here what happens. 1:33 on the 20-yard line of the Red Hounds. 80 yards away from pay dirt. Full house
hold
back.
on to the football.
Wishbone.
Hold on to the football right here.
Double tight end, wishbone backfield. Stephen Cook cuts back. Ooh, it looked like the hole where, and all of a sudden it was shut down quickly by number 6, who is Travis Collins.
But you notice they had, how many men they had in the box that time?
Yes.
You break the line of scrimmage.
He's gone.
Gone.
That's right. Faulkner now checks in for the Red Hound. It will be into the backfield. Again, it will be probably the full house. Yes, a wishbone look. Pass, wide open.
There it is.
Wide open. Yeah. Oh, drops it.
B.J. Foley's pass to number 83, Bram Hoover, is incomplete.
If he could lead him just a little bit more, Hoover was beat. I mean, he had his man beat. Just had to pull up a little bit for the ball, and it was in his hands. Just dropped at the last moment. That had almost had me faked off. I said, all of a sudden I see B.J. throwing the ball.
Well, it was a crossing pattern. The two ends crossed down about 10 yards.
Yes, it did. So the play is there. So just miscue and connection that time.
Let's go, Hounds. Hoover got the handoff. Pick up about 3 yards. It'll be 4th down and 7 on the Corbin 23-yard line.
On the carry for
Hounds
Corbin,
now call
number 33,
timeout.
Justin
We'll
Moore.
keep it right here on timeout. Once again, let's
Timeout
thank
on
all the
the field by
sponsors
South
for
Laurel.
Red Hound Replay. That's David Salvage, Western Steer, the Pepsi-Cola Balling Company of Corbin, Cumberland Valley National Bank, Stanley and Henry's Dairy Mart, Hoover Companies, McDonald's of Corbin, Gambrel Collision Center, and the Central Automotive Supply. We appreciate all those fine sponsors for Red Hound Replays. And once again, we want to remind you that the replays are going to be on Mondays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. So when you see this replay, hopefully on the roll bar on channel 11,
Channel 23.
well, on channel 11 on the roll bar where it shows about all the advertisement, they have Red Hound Replays there, and it describes everything in the TV. Then we'll see it on channel 23, the actual channel 23. Punting now will be Hoskins, I believe.
All right,
yes.
Bo, let's get a boomer off here, Bo.
Snap is good. Punt is away. Oh, that's a good-looking punt right there. And dies on about the 49-yard line of the Red
Hoskins'
Hound.
punt goes out on the Corbin 49-yard line, where the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
I tell you what, I can tell you right now, Chandler, there's probably going to be some paint piggling done in the Red Hound locker room anyway on that sideline over mental mistakes, really.
Well, this is what Steve Jewell was concerned about going into this game is, the intensity level that we've had for the last 2 weeks, and it's tough take an intensity level and maintain it over 10 weeks.
It is.
You know it. I know
It is, very. You're right.
And folks at home, need to know that it's tough to carry that intensity level that long.
Moore now standing on his own 45-yard line in shotgun, hands it to Doan. Doan cuts back. He's off and
12,
down inside the Red Hound to the 44-yard line.
Watch a
I like
quick
that little
snap.
running
On the
back.
stop for Corbin, number 62, Matt Williams.
Actually, let's say he was down on the 45 timeout. South Laurel, and we'll take this timeout too. We'll be back with the final 20 seconds in one moment. And we're back with 20 seconds to go. Red Hounds 14, South Laurel 8. Cardinals have it on the Red Hounds 45 with 20 seconds. Mr. Moore wanted a timeout.
I don't know if they have 1 left or 0 left. I didn't know who called one there a while ago when Lewis was hurt.
So in South Laurel spread from one sideline to the other sideline. The bottom of your screen is the trip formation. Doan's alone back, wide out to the top. Doan comes in motion. Now you got 4 to the bottom of your screen. Overload.
It's got to be quick.
It
Got
is
to be
a
quick. That's a
screen
backward
way
pass.
back.
It's a fumble.
It's a backward
Fumble.
pass. It is a fumble, and it's down to the 40-yard line. So a loss, and the clock will probably run out right here, and that's where the Red Hounds will go in at halftime, up 14-8. The Cardinal will not get a play. I tell you, we'll step out one moment here and come back with our third period of play. So it's a score at halftime. Red Hounds 14, South Laurel 8. We'll be back with the third period in one moment.
South Laurel 8.
And we're back at halftime. It's 12 minutes to work and a kickoff here to start the third period. Red Hounds 14, South Laurel 8. Quick stats here at halftime, Chandler.
Score, Corbin 14, South Laurel 8. First downs, Corbin 6, South Laurel 4. Total yards, Corbin 134, South Laurel 51. Corbin's rushed for 15 for 111 yards. South Laurel 22 rushes for 49 yards. Leading rushers, Doan with 20, total of 30 yards. Along one 26, so on 2 other carries, he's got 4 yards. Stephen Cook with 12 for 101. Hoover 2 for 7. So, needless to say, we got to get after it here in the second half, Phil.
Definitely. Dixon on the kick. Kickoff is a low line drive taken by Doan at his own 10. 15, 20, 25. He has a lane, and he's going to be stopped on about the 38-yard line. There making a stop is number 10 for the Red Hounds, Ian Hall.
Is number 10, Ian Hall.
Ran right by us. Gave him too much of a lane right there.
I tell you what, that 5'5" kid, his name is Doan. He can scoot. He can scoot now. Good-looking little tail back there. He is 5'5", 145-pound senior.
All right, let's go, Hounds. Pick it up right here.
Going to have to carry the mail now because Lewis is out. His shoulder pads are off. More under center. Eye back is Doan. Hand off to Doan. Doan cuts it outside. And it's met by
wrap up. There you go.
Stephen Cook and Chaz Stratton.
For South Laurel. On the stop for Corbin was number 22, Stephen Cook.
Come on, guys, get after him right here. Get a little enthusiasm. That's something I haven't seen tonight of you.
No, I haven't saw any
Red
head
Hound defense.
slapping
Come
and
on, man, let's go.
high-fiving, and, you know, we're kind of mediocre, lackluster, kind of walking through the motion. I tell you what, Red Hounds got to get fired up this game, because next week when Middlesboro comes to town, wake-up call real quick. And they can get it right here if they're not careful.
Come on, defensive line.
11 minutes and 15 seconds to go. 14-8 Red Hounds. Man in motion, top of your screen. Doan is the eye back. Handed off to Doan. Cuts to the left, back to the right. Has a good
baby.
job that
up.
time. There he is.
Marlowe. Ready to wrap him up there, baby.
That's right. Derek Marlowe.
52, Derek Marlowe.
I tell you what, Marlowe and Williams both have some really pretty, some pretty good feet. They move their feet well. They come laterally down the line of scrimmage real well on that.
And Chaz Stradley, a sophomore, number 74. He moves his feet pretty well
Yes,
for a
he
big
does.
boy, too. He plays basketball, too, and I think
Yes, he
that
does.
helps him.
Sure does. That helps. You're right. Faulkner is the number 8, the defensive end on this end, or corner, I should say. Back to throws more.
Okay.
Has motion.
Stretch him out,
Stradley
stretch
now
him out,
has
stretch
it,
him out.
and
Atta
good
baby.
job. And
Atta
on the
baby.
play that time was Matt Williams.
On the carry for South Laurel.
Chaz Stradley was the one that really put the first lick.
He
Go.
ran him so far he couldn't make the cut up
Right.
the sideline. Then
That-
Matt went. When he did get by
Cleaned it up.
Chaz, here came Matt.
That's right, cleaned it up. Okay, this has been our Achilles heel this evening. It's punt return, and going back deep, it's number 83, Bram Hoover, the senior, standing on his own 34-yard line.
All right, we're going to wrap this Achilles heel up. We're going to catch it and take it back for one.
That looked good. Bram needs a big lift like that. I'd like to see him get a good return.
Come on, guys. Hold them up right here now so we can get a return. Oh, another high snap. Boy, we came after that one, didn't we?
Yes, we did, and it will
Watch the
not be a
ball.
return. It'll be stopped down there on about the 39-yard line. We came after him that time. It
sir.
was Gino
Gino
Sama
Matt
and
Williams.
Stephen Cook, I believe.
Take over first and 10.
And also Big Matt Williams. So the Red Hounds offensively would take over on their own 39-yard line. 10-14, Red Hounds 14, South Laurel 8. Chandler, let's see what some adjustments we've made in halftime on offense.
I say you got to get after it right here. We need to move the football down and score.
5 yards in a cloud of dust would be fine. Ball control. The best defense for the Red Hounds is offense, keeping it up, the ball away from Matt Moore. And readjusting now is Hendrickson.
Unbalanced. Tackles over.
Double tight. Wishbone. Stephen Cook cuts back. Crosses the 40 up to about the 42. A gain of about 2 or 3 yards on the play.
Number 22, Stephen Cook on the carry for Corbin.
Give him 3 yards on that carry.
South Laurel's number 22, Josh Baker.
Let's say a short 3 and a long 2. Be 9:58 to go.
Philip, we got.
You know, you're right. You know how they're cheating up in the box right there when we're going to, you know, in the double tights with the full house? All he has to do is break one tackle, and there's nobody back behind him or back behind South Laurel.
Now we got tackles over on the left side.
Unbalanced. Unbalanced line, top of your screen. Man in motion is Moore. Quick handoff to Hoover. Hoover's off.
Come on, Bram.
Off
Come on,
to the
Bram.
races.
Come on,
He's
Bram.
at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. Knocked out of bounds on about the 15-yard line. There it was. We just talked about it. They
Exactly
adjusted
right.
to the unbalanced line. He breaks across to the weak side or to the short side. Nobody there once he breaks the line of scrimmage. It's the man on the backside that has to chase him down.
Well, last week, Phil, Hoover's stats were 15 rushes for 78 or 79 yards. Now we've got, you know, Brams needs that kind of offensive production
Every
on a
night.
weekly basis.
You're right.
So that we can have some balance in the backfield.
Continuity. You're
We
right.
got to have some balance in the backfield.
Right.
Take pressure off of Stephen Cook.
Right.
You know, when Moore touches the ball, he's got to be able to gain 5 and 6 yards at a whack.
You're right. Foley now under center, first and 10 on South Laurel's 16. Handoff here to Hoover once again.
Atta baby.
Hoover bows his head
Atta
down.
baby,
Excellent
Bram.
job, Bram Hoover.
Good blocking.
At the 8-yard line, he was stopped. Lord squared his shoulders up. Anytime you young people watching this on the replay, remember how he squared his shoulders up, north and south. That's how you take on a tackler.
That's right. And he just busted through him.
16-yard run at the 9:18 mark gives the Red Hounds a 20-8 lead. Dixon back in for the PAT. The young man is a sophomore, a 5'10", 203-pounder, and he's still perfect on the season of 2001 on PATs. 9:18 Red Hounds 21. South Laurel 8 will step out and be back with our kickoff in one moment. And we're back. 9:18 Red Hounds 21.
Number 8, Jake Carr, and number 12, Glenn Doan.
South Laurel 8.
We don't need to kick it to 12 again.
No, keep it away from him.
Kick it on the ground or something.
Squib it. In
There
nowhere
you
in
go.
squib, taken by the up back at the 29. 30 and up to the 42-yard line, and that's where the Red Hound, or excuse me, South Laurel will take over. Okay, defense. Great job on the opening possession or drive for South Laurel in the third quarter. You know what we've talked about, like it is in basketball and everything. The first 5 or 6 minutes of the third quarter is really the time that you want to make a statement. You've made your adjustments on offense and defense, and that's the time that you really want to drive your point home.
Yes, it is. All right, defense.
So
let's
far,
get
it's looked
after 'em
pretty
now.
good.
Defensive line, let's get after them like we did last series. Come on, guys.
Shotgun, wing, double wing, or excuse me, double wide with a slot back. Fake to Doan.
Fake. Get off the block.
Mullins on the backside pursuit. Ooh! And I tell you what, there wasn't a man around the receiver that time, number 24 of South Laurel.
He was a rush. You got to give out. I mean, if you're grading, you got to give a rush on that to Anthony Mullins and also to number 33, Justin Moore.
Tyler Freeze was wide open.
Because he threw it on the run,
on the
and
cross.
he threw it retreating.
Yes.
And he threw it across his body.
Yes. Moore gets his offensive play. 9:02 clock has stopped after incomplete. It's 2nd and 10 on South's 43-yard line. It's 21 Red Hounds, 8 South Laurel.
Come on, guys, get after it here. Come on, Derek. Come on, Matt, get off the blocks. It's a run all the way. It's a run all the way.
And a run all the way. It's a center right too. Doan.
Out of way to step up there, guys. Matt Williams.
On the
44 Mullins, 22 Cook.
You know, that's it. If your linebackers aren't really reading that very well, you know, you got Moore lined up with Doan just to the right of him. That center is centering the ball directly to Doan, and Moore's acting like he's got the ball. You know, because that's what you're reading as a quarterback. That could be a and he's only 5'5", Doan is, so he can get lost up in that big line of South's.
About 3rd and 9 right here, Phil.
Yes.
Watch it. They don't give it to Doan. Try to get him off tackle real quick.
Oh, back to pass on a draw. Good job that time, interior Red Hounds. There he is again.
Out of the way to get fired up a little bit, Marlowe.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Get after him now.
It's going to take those big linemen and Matt Williams and Marlowe, Chaz Stradley, Levi Skeen, those kids, Tyler Hart, you know, those young men to stand up, take it upon themselves and say, listen, defensively and offensively, the games are won in the trenches. That's where you make your statement at. And those kids are the ones going to have to stand up.
They're getting after it right now.
And they are.
First 2 series.
They sure are. They've made a statement here in the second half. 7:40, clock is rolling. High punt, good pull down that time. And it's shanked off to the right. Ball hit and roll dead on about the 45-yard line. Red Hounds, pressure that time. High snap, really.
Well, they've been high snaps the last 2, this half. Both snaps to the punter have been high for South Laurel.
You know, this is August the 31st, and I'll tell you what, it feels like about October, don't it to you? It is cool
Here I'm
up
standing
here.
in shorts and short sleeve shirts.
Yeah, I know, and
Bill's got on long pants
I got
and
long
a coat.
handles and a jacket on over here, okay?
I don't know what he's going to do in October, folks.
Hey, wait,
to buy
I
him
hope
a
it's
coat.
not Estill County Code anytime soon. You remember that? Not Estill County Code, please. Man in motion is Moore. Handoff now to Hoover. Oh, good night. Good job that time by the tackle, because I tell you, number 42 is Richard Hammonds, and he is the only man that's got the chance to stop Bram Hoover then.
Yep.
And he did a good job, because it was deceived. And Hoover,
Was that Doan?
that was Hammonds on the stop.
42?
Hammonds, Richard Hammonds.
Okay.
And he is a senior.
All right, let's go, guys.
It's 7 minutes. Clock is running. Red Hounds have it 2nd and 10 now on their own 45-yard line. Full house backfield, wishbone, double tied in.
There it is.
Here comes in the box. Back to throw.
Crossing pattern again.
Hoover,
I got
good
this
job
one.
that
Come on,
time, Bram Hoover. Now did you see him release a 55-yard touchdown pass from Bram Hoover, to Bram Hoover from B.J. Foley, and he perfect again. When you watch the replay, if you happen to see it Monday night, remember this on Thursday night, young people. The separation he had from the defensive back, that is textbook. You teach that. That's separation. You got to get away from that guy.
Yep.
Good job, Bram.
Number 65,
That's the same pattern that we had one dropped on earlier this evening, I believe, a crossing pattern by the ends.
It's good. So 6:39, Redhounds 28. 8 for South Law. We'll be back with your kickoff in 1 moment. And we're back now with kickoff.
Number 8, Jay Carr.
Dixon will be kicking off. Back deep. South Law, the twin receivers.
All right, let's kick it on the ground again this time.
Squib it. Let one of the up men have it. Oh, they're going to go deep. Doan is ricocheted into the end zone. Dead ball up to the 20-yard line where the Redhounds defense will come on. So, South Law will take over on their 20-yard line. Again, the big front four, the Redhounds defensive line needs to make a statement on the third series for South Law in the second half. You know, it makes it so easy when you got your 4 down linemen, your interior front 4, who are absolutely taking on and dominating and moving the quarterback, your linebackers, your corners. They have such a free avenue of run then.
Yep.
You know it? And that's really what's happening. We've got Mullins in there now on the defensive line. Chaz Stradley.
Mullins was in on the last series, too.
Levi Skeen and Matt Williams. Geno Simons, linebacker, along with Stephen Cook.
There it is.
And there he
looking
is.
for a spot now.
Look at that.
Glenn Doan on the carry for South Law.
Is that Chaz Stradley,
Yep,
number
sure
74 on the tackle.
For Corbin, number 74,
He took
Chaz
the
Stradley.
offensive guard on, pushed him into the center. It's like he wanted to say, okay, I'll tackle 4 guys and I'll find the football. That's what you have to do.
Yeah. You
Get
got to be
that
able
good
to
push.
get your blocker off of you.
Get underneath him. Get underneath him. Move him. Find the football.
Second down, 9.5. Second down, 9.
Clock rolling at 6 minutes. Simons on the blitz.
Ooh.
Red right into South Laurel.
Oh,
Good
yes.
job that time.
Glenn Doan.
You fired up a little bit there, Line. Come on, baby.
Yep, got a little fire that time.
For Corbin, number 44, Anthony Mullins. Also number 25, Geno Simon.
There's Anthony Mullins and Geno Simon, Mr. PA. Man, I know Geno's a sophomore and Anthony's a junior.
Right. Anthony sat out last year with a torn ACL, has rehabbed hard. He came back last year after rehabbing and really came too early. Hurt his knee again and had to sit out. So he's been working hard.
Glad to see the young man back. Of course, we've already told the story about Matt Moore and his return after being blinded in his left eye. Moore's now back to throw.
Okay, quick out.
Quick out is not there, incomplete, out to Doan. So it brings up a punting situation.
Moore is throwing scared. I mean, he looked like he was timid that time.
Yes.
He saw Levi Skeen coming from his right, and he turned and threw that ball over the head.
And he can see Levi because it is his right side. He does have vision.
Now,
you know, really, how much savvy that young man has, because you got to have peripheral vision, especially at quarterback, and not to be able to have that in your left side. I mean, that is amazing to me. Can't say enough about that young man.
Let's see if we can get a little better field position than we had last time. Oh, that's
it's high,
safety.
And there we get our 2 points back. So we get our 2 points back after the safety against the Cardinal.
Against South Laurel.
So the Redhounds kind of South traded our 2 back, makes it 30-8 now. They'll have a free kick now from their 20-yard line. And we'll step out for that free kick in 1 moment. It's 30, Redhounds 8, South Laurel, after the punt snap went high over the punter into the end zone and out of the end zone. The Redhounds gained 2 points from that. Kind of a trade-off. The 2 that we'd given back to South Laurel earlier, or given to South Laurel.
Corbin is number 9, Jeremy Ware.
Boy, I tell you, this is a tale of 2 cities tonight, isn't it? First half versus second half.
Yep, tale of 2 cities, you're right. Here's a low line drive. Taking up by.
Pick it up, guys.
Hoover needs to pick it up. It's a free ball. And he will not make it back to probably about the 38-yard
On the
line.
return for Corbin is taken out by South Laurel's number 6, Travis Collins.
Checking here, I see a new number for the Red Hounds, number 77, Jeff Cloud, a 6'1", 250-pound junior tackle. Checks in for the Red Hounds now on the offensive line.
Okay, so you got Hendrickson at one end. Trying to see who the other one was. 34.
34 for the Red Hounds is a young man by the name of Andrew Davis, a freshman.
Yep.
Andrew,
so Jimmy,
yes.
Jimmy splits out, so Davis being eligible right here. 30 pop. Oh, second man through.
Is
Stephen
Cook
Number
across the 40.
Stephen Cook on the carry for Corbin. On the tackle for South Laurel, number 35, David Payne.
Come on, let's get a block out there on the end now.
Tyler Hart is your center, number 52. Marlowe and Williams are the right side offensive guard and tackle. The senior offensive guard and tackle for the Red Hounds on the line, along with senior Hart at center.
All right, one back.
Motion is Hoover. Quick pitch, Hoover. Can he cut it
there's
back?
a
Yes,
cut.
he
There's a
does.
cut.
Good cut that time.
Attaboy,
Great
Brant.
cut.
Way to see it. Way to see the field.
On the carry for Corbin.
Good cut
On
that
the
time.
stop for South Laurel,
You know, it also
number
shows a lot of
22,
savvy right there of our backs. A lot of times when you cut it outside, you're going down the side. You don't want to cut it back into the grain. But a lot of times, if you can get that good step and let the pursuit pass you, you can get a lane, and that's exactly what he did that time.
Good job carrying the ball by number 83, Bram Hoover. So this is a power I formation.
Yep.
Overload to the right. That's just 42 blast.
That's all it is ground game, 5 yards in a cloud of dust. That's all you need to do.
Stephen Cook on the carry for Corbin.
Red Hounds do have a first down as they had to get to the 50-yard line or cross it, and they have. It's first down Red Hounds at 3:34 counting in third period of play. Red Hounds 30, South Laurel 8. They have called timeout. We'll step out for a timeout. One moment.
And we're back here at South Laurel Stadium. 3:34 left in the third period. Corbin leads 30-8 over the South Laurel Cardinals. Foley brings them up to the line. Hoover's a slot back. Moore and Cook the setbacks. Fake to the first man. Give it to Stephen Cook, the second man. And he gets
Number
a
22, Stephen Cook
had a knee go down.
on the carry for Corbin.
Now Matt Williams picked him up a deep back that time in the red jersey.
He sure did.
He gave him a pop.
I was watching it all the way, and as Steven went down, he hit a knee, so he stopped automatically. And then the whistle blew. But not as the whistles blew, Matt Williams tattooed South Laurel's number 6. And it was legal. It was right during the play, right before it was over. Hoover on the carry.
83, Bram Hoover
Baby,
on the
turn it
carry
up
for
in there.
Corbin.
Turn it up in there, baby.
On the stop for South Laurel, number 42, Richard Hammonds.
We heard South Laurel's coaches are right below us. And we
Yeah,
heard them holler,
counter. And it was. And so the Red Hounds now have it, let's see, 3rd down and 4. And now we got an official's timeout for something. We got a young man, number 75 for South Laurel, maybe equipment, John Mills, a 6-foot sophomore, 227-pounder.
And he's getting replaced by number 79.
And he happens to be a senior, 5'8", Scott Turner. So, he replaces sophomore with a senior.
All right,
That's
let's go, Hounds. Got to have a first down right here now.
It's 2 minutes and 20 seconds in the third period of play. Boy, I tell you, Chandler, this feels like his third quarter's taking forever.
I know it. Come on, guys. Get after him right here.
Slot back again, or the wing, actually, is Hoover. Quick pitch.
Get a block.
Cook,
get a block.
cut
get
it
a block.
back.
Find a hole.
That's it.
There.
Good
There
cut.
it is.
And first down.
22, Stephen Cook on the
Good
carry
job
for
right there.
Corbin.
Yep.
Pick up about 9
The
yards.
stop for South Laurel, number 35, David
Good block in
King.
that time by Jimmy Hendrickson and 33 Moore, Justin Moore.
I'll tell you, I mean, anybody that's seen Coach Willard Ferris, I mean, the last 3 or 4 years, since Steve Jewell's been here, and he's the offensive coordinator, Coach Ferris.
Yep.
We get in that formation. What are we going to run 90% of the time? We're
Quick
going to pitch it.
Yep.
We're going to,
It's
we got
quick
you
pitch.
overloaded.
Yep.
If you don't,
We got more numbers over than you do.
if you don't slide down,
Right.
you're outnumbered.
Hoover in motion now. And off to
Oh,
Cook.
there's a second man through. Find a hole,
And
find
nice
a hole,
block
get
that
stiff arm.
time.
There
Down
you
to
go.
inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line. Good block that time. Again, got to have your receivers down the field blocking. It's set up perfect that way.
I was talking about a while ago, looking at the 46 double belly. Okay, you fake to the first man, give it to the second man through. If you get an outside linebacker, he bites on that first one.
Yep. It's gone.
Yep.
You're right. I heard Gary say real quick, oh, what a block. And that's exactly what it is. Jimmy Hendrickson, from his tight end position, tattooed or pancaked the man. And you got to have that from those receivers, tight ends. You got trips formation.
Single back, you're going to run option.
Quick option. Oh,
Get on the football. Did we get it?
I believe we got it
There's
back.
a fumble on the play.
Yes, we did.
Fumbles recovered by Corbin.
I don't know. That wasn't really a good pitch-catch relationship there, but
I believe Dixon now is in. I'll double check that.
now
But I believe
we
he's
got to
in on
fish
the
this timeout. They're calling them all together. Must be getting a little mouthy out there is the only thing I can think of, Phil.
Well,
People cheap licking and
you've got the rivalry between South Laurel and Corbin. It's been pretty clean game up to this point with 44 seconds in the third period. It may be getting a little out of hand, so this is what you need to do right
just
here.
preventive officiating right here,
Well,
folks.
you're right. And
Talk to them, tell you keep your tempers under control because everybody wants to play next week. You don't
That's
want to
right,
have
yeah.
to sit out.
that's right.
It's a loss on that play of about a good 5 yards, maybe, yeah, good 5 yards. Second down, 15 at the South Laurel 24-yard line.
In checks Jeremy Ware. Out goes for the Red Hounds, number 34. That is Andrew Davis, the freshman, tight end. And Ware is the slot back now. Back to throw is Foley.
Pass. He's open.
Good
Oh,
defensive
break on
play
the ball
that
that
time.
time.
Break on the ball right is number 23. Good defense, Junior Turner.
That's a lot of
Junior,
timing pattern
senior.
right there, Philip.
Yep.
Just a quick turn out there to the sideline.
Yep. And you know what? We had that. Hoover was, if he had Jeremy Ware on the streak, of course, the timing, but if he could have pumped hard, he had Ware open on about the 10-yard line because they bit on Hoover.
All right, let's go, guys. This could be a quick pitch to the short side.
Foley back to throw again, 3rd and 15.
Oh,
Plenty of time. Screen out to Hoover.
Come on, pick up a block. Pick up a
Hoover
block.
has a down inside the 50. He could have.
Graham Hoover on the carry for Corbin. On the tackle for South Laurel is number 6, Travis Collins.
That's where you got to set your blocker up.
Yeah, you
set
sure
your
do.
blocker up. Had 2 men out in front of him. One blocked. Had Matt Williams still there, and you got to set your blocker up by your run right there.
So what are you going to do here? You're going to send in the field goal team, and let's check Eric Dixon out. You're going to call a
And it's the end
timeout.
of the third quarter.
Oh, it's into the third period of play. So at the end of 3, it's the Red Hounds 30, South Laurel 8. We'll be back with your fourth quarter in 1 moment. Fourth period of play, fourth and final period. The last 12 minutes of this football game. Red Hounds are on top 30-8. It's 4th and 5, and I didn't know whether Red Hounds might try their field goal game or what, but they're not. They're going to bring in the offensive unit. Here's a kind of a different set we've seen the offense in. They've got double wide to the bottom of your screen, tight formation. The inside man now, I want you to look, is an ineligible receiver. So Hendrickson is eligible, Ware is not. Power I, timeout. Try to draw him off sides. Did not work. So with this timeout, we'll step out for 1 moment. I don't know what they're doing. And we're back. We had timeout. Then all of a sudden they sent the offensive unit. Now here comes the defense. Okay, that's what they're going to do. So they're going to try a field goal attempt. So he'll place the ball down on about the 22-yard line. So this will be a 32-yard attempt by Eric Dixon.
Next Friday night.
Eric Dixon will attempt his first field goal as a Red Hound this year. The sophomore will be kicking a 32-yarder. Yes, he'll be placed on the 22. 10 yards of the end zone is 32 yards. It's not going to make it. So his first field goal attempt goes for naught. So at 11:56, Cardinals have held on the Red Hounds 22. And so it'll be 1st and 10 South Laurel, who has 8 points. I was wondering if that's what they were going to do, maybe practice. You know, why not? Give the kid a chance. Foot on field goal attempt.
North Laurel 20, Perry County Central 8.
We just had the North Laurel score. Greg Duncombe, ex-Corbin Red Hound and coach, is the head coach at North Laurel, and they're defeating Perry County in 22 to 8. So good to hear that young Red Hound getting maybe his 3rd victory in a row, Mr. Chandler Cook. That's pretty good.
Yes, sir. South Laurel out 1st and 10 with 11:56 in the 4th period. Moore deep in the shotgun. All right, that was snapped to Doan. Get a hold of him, guys.
Number 12, Glenn Doan on the carry for South Laurel.
There's that play again where you got Matt Moore and Doan both in the backfield. What you got on those stats in 3rd quarter?
3rd quarter stats. Okay. Corbin has rushed 27 times for 212 yards. South Laurel 30 times for 21 yards. Passing 3 for 8 for Corbin for 88 yards. South Laurel 2 of 6 for 2 yards. Corbin 300 total yards. South Laurel 23. Time of possession 17:24. Corbin 18:36. South Laurel.
Well, that's so deceiving, that time of possession.
Well, was last week too.
Sure was. I know. It's just reverse roles this week.
Come on, guys. This is I formation.
Now. Moore hands it off to Doan. Doan is stopped.
Atta baby.
12, Glenn Doan, the carry for South Laurel.
I believe that was all started by Levi Skeen. Pushed his man into the backfield.
Sure did.
Gino Sima and number 74, Chaz Stradley.
Philip, a little bit of these rushing statistics. Right now, Bram has 7 carries, 73 yards, averaging 10.4 a carry. Stephen Cook, 18 carries, 141 yards, averaging 7.8. But that's the kind of production
that's what you want.
That we like Bram to have.
Yeah, you're right. If he can get in the 70s, 80s, 90s every night, and that's what you want him to have.
All right, let's go, Hounds.
And you really can't key on one individual. You've got to respect both of those young men. 2nd and 12 now. Quick pitch.
Yeah,
Doan.
Outside. Get off the block.
There's the outside
block.
cutting in. Good job.
Oh,
good job,
Levi.
Woo, Levi.
Number 12, Glenn Doan on the carry for South Laurel.
Good pursuit that time. Outside pursuit by
57, Levi Skeen.
number 8, Brent Faulkner, and number 22, Stephen Cook, turned him back in, and coming from the backside was Levi Skeen. Nailed
him.
Yes,
he did. He sure did. And, you know, the kid, hey, my hat's off to that 5'5" running back, from South Laurel. That young man is a senior, Glenn Doan. He's 145. He's a spark plug, and he runs. Of course, he runs low to the ground. He's 5'5", but he's hard to pick up, and he got a good
short like
first step.
Hard to find him, sometimes behind the lineman. Back in the shotgun for the Cardinals.
3rd and 11. Red Hounds 30, South Laurel 8. 9:34 clock's counting.
Outside pursuit. Come on, Chaz. Cover. Did he catch that?
It is caught, received, but it'll be 4th down now. Well, not enough for a first down.
Well, at this point, 9:17 left in the 4th period. They got to just about go for it, I think.
Oh, they got to go for it. You have to go for it now.
Now, right here, mental.
Yep.
Don't jump off sides, because they'll try to do the same thing we did last series, trying to pull them off sides when we had 4th and 5.
Watch.
They've got a 4th and 2.
Levi Skeen, Matt Williams, Chaz Stradley, and
Derek Marlowe.
Eric Marlowe. Derek. Those are your 4 down linemen. Linebackers Gino Sima and Stephen Cook. Corners.
I'd look for him to come with Doan again.
Faulkner.
Off tackle or try to get outside.
And where? Ian Hall's in there, number 10.
He's telling us, he looked like he may be checking off.
Fumble.
Fumble.
And
Oh,
it's
ball's loose.
Loose. It
That's
doesn't
irrelevant.
matter. Red Hounds have it.
Irrelevant. It's our ball.
That's right.
There's a fumble on the play.
So the Red Hounds take over. 1st and 10 on the South Laurel's 35-yard line at 8:21 to go. What do you want to do? Punch one quick one in and then let your second,
Yes, sir.
third units?
I want to punch more than one.
Big
I
game
want to punch
coming.
more than one in.
Well, true. Big game coming up next week. Kenny Rowark brings his Middlesboro Yellow Jackets back on the schedule. They come to Corbin. And an excellent Middlesboro Yellow Jacket team. They're in AA football once again. They're in the Whitesburg, aren't they? Or they're in single A? Are they still in single A?
They're back to single A this year.
No, my bad. Okay, I thought they were in AA. Foley under center. Cook off to the races. One block.
Get a break.
Cuts back inside the 15 down to
baby.
the 14.
Number 22.
Nice
Stephen
20-yard
Cook
gain
on the
by the
carry for
senior.
Corbin.
6'2", 195, Stephen Cook.
Good block that time downfield once again at the point of contact, the line, and then bursts through and then picks up his.
You know, it really doesn't take a rocket scientist. You know, one back, and you're going to hand it off to him, aren't you?
Oh, definitely. Timeout
Timeout
South Laurel. With that
South
timeout, we'll
Laurel.
step out. And we're back. 8 minutes and 12 seconds. Red Hounds 30. South Laurel 8. 1st and 10. South Laurel 15-yard line. It's the split. Well, it's wish. No, correction. It's shotgun. Hands off to Cook. And he's going to be dropped for a loss of about 2 yards.
Number 22, Stephen Cook on the carry for Corbin. On the tackle for South Laurel.
They really don't
David
respect the shotgun formation from Corbin, do they?
What's that?
I don't think they do. I don't think they've. In other words, they've kept the defenders inside, thinking that we're going to run out of it.
Oh yeah. Split out wide, top of your screen. Number 30, Justin Barton, the freshman. The slot back is Cook. Wide out bottom is Hoover in motion now to top.
Oh, busted play.
And Foley's going to have to take it upon himself.
Attaboy,
Oh, look at that.
attaboy. Oh, there it
There's
is.
the flag.
That
was 15 yards out of
That's
bounds.
textbook right there, folks.
15 yards out of
You
bounds.
make contact that far out of bounds, play's dead.
Yeah, that far too. I know you have instant contact right at the line, right at the flag, and that can,
No problem with that.
15 yards out. There's a second flag. Is that a second flag? Okay.
Well,
So now you've got 30 yards in penalties, and you take half the distance. You get the
Dead
down.
ball,
There's personal foul,
foul.
South Laurel.
Foul called against South Laurel.
So you go half of that, mark it off. Then you go.
That should be close to a first down.
Well, it should be a first down. It's unsafe.
And unsportsmanlike.
Against South.
So that'll move it to the
another
2.5.
Yep.
There's another penalty flag thrown on the play.
That is a first down.
That's the third flag.
That was on the bench.
Yeah.
The second one was unsportsmanlike
There's a
on the
third one.
bench. And that's the third one.
Unsportsmanlike conduct is called
Now that-
against South Laurel.
That should be ejection of the
Coach.
head coach.
Two in a row. You know what would really have been something if it had happened down here on about our 20?
Wait a minute.
That'd have been a
Wait a minute.
45-yard penalty.
Wait a minute.
If it had happened down in outside with it 40.
We're not going to play yet, guys. We're not going to play yet. The umpire's back here telling them to move back in the box.
Okay.
So the umpire got to get back on the defensive side, and we'll get ready to roll. Corbin in double tight end.
Wish power
No,
eye.
Power eye formation.
Power eye. Who is that?
I was
That
at
is
42
Faulkner.
blast.
Oh, here it comes.
You know it's coming.
Touchdown.
Number 22, Stephen Cook.
All right, boys. Now that's. I agree with that.
And you know what?
Ooh.
Gets up and runs off the field and said, "Up, that'll cost you 15 more."
I mean, the whistle blew when he crossed the goal
Yeah,
line.
it did. And where the
Temper's
flag?
flaring a little bit.
Yeah, it is. That puts the Red Hounds up 36-8. PAT Dixon, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Unsportsmanlike conduct
South
is
Laurel.
called against South Laurel.
Will be tacked on the kickoff. Correct?
No,
Or do you do it on the PAT?
PAT.
It's a dead ball foul, so you put it on the PAT.
Right.
Half the distance. Yeah, still kick it. There you go. So,
we
Mr.
need
Dixon.
the experience, don't we?
Oh yeah, we need it.
We need the
Let's-
experience
let's
right there.
keep this perfect record
I
going.
mean,
Mr.
if you're
Dixon.
talking about a 21-7 ball game, yeah,
Yep.
we might have.
Up and good. So Mr. Dixon's perfect on PATs.
Dixon's extra point,
37
Nancy
Red Hounds, 8.
7-21
South Laurel back
to go in
with the
ball
kickoff
game.
in
The
one
scores,
moment.
Corbin, Jake Carr, and number 12, Glenn Doan.
37 Red Hounds, 8 South Laurel, 7:21 left in this football game. Dixon kicking off back deep for the for South Laurel. The Twins receivers at the 10. Low line drive taking a bounce up by running back of South Laurel.
Oh, wrap up.
Breaks off to the sidelines and has some running room down
Number
to
8,
about
Jake
his
Carr
37-yard
on the
line.
return for South Laurel.
A.J. Carr on that
On the
return.
tackle for Corbin was number
So, Red
9,
Hounds.
Jeremy Ware.
Ware
All right.
on the stop.
Bill, let's set the defense here. Looks like still
Okay,
most of the
you've got-
starters in. I see Justin Barton in, number 30.
Okay, Red Hounds number 20, Matt Duke, 5'7", 108-pound sophomore, I believe, is in there now.
I see Jesse Knuckles in at one corner.
Yes, he is, number 88. It is Duke. He's the free safety now. Actually, the safety.
Okay, just 2 wideouts this time.
Moore in the shotgun. Back to
Ed,
deep.
watch him out of the backfield.
Throws it across the middle.
Ooh,
There it
there
is,
it is.
man.
Oh, fumble. Pick it up.
and
Atta baby. That's
Red
ours.
Hounds
That's
have it.
ours.
Good tackle that time. Strip that
fumble.
time.
Oh,
by
yeah.
Stephen Cook.
Corbin
Who got
had
the
a
hit there?
fumble.
Who got the hit?
Would be here. It was Stephen Cook that got the hit.
All right.
Here
What
comes
play?
the junior varsity in now. So the junior varsity offensive unit will be in for the Red Hounds. We'll get these numbers as we go. In there on the offensive line, he's a big one,
71,
number 71. That's
Cody.
Cody Smith, a junior, 256-pound, 5'7" of him.
And he's a
These other
fire
numbers
plug.
up. He's a fire plug. We'll pick these other numbers up as they go along. The
We have
quarterback
number
now will be
11,
the young man, number
Seth
7.
Cook at one end.
That's Jeremy Brock, the young freshman. Barton now on the handoff. Crosses the line of scrimmage,
Got a
probably
block.
1
Got a
yard.
block. I see 58. That's Owens, I believe.
Okay, 58 for the
Number
Red
30,
Hounds.
Justin Barton on
Craig
the carry
Owens.
for
No,
Corbin.
58. Yeah, 58 was Craig Owens.
6'2", junior, 222 pounds.
In the backfield, I believe we have Barton, Duke.
Quarterback
And
is Jeremy Brock.
I was trying to pick up the fullback.
Okay, fullback
Number
19,
19.
Jared Carroll,
Okay.
sophomore, 5'8". Jared.
As the
Remember
rain picks up, make a turn. Got to turn it up. Turn it up. You don't have it outside. You got to turn it up. Just put your head down.
Duke on the carry that time. Loss on the play of about 2
On the carry
yards.
for Corbin was number 20, Matt Duke.
Also in there is Darrell Lowe, a 5'9" sophomore, 116-pounder at wide out. See some more of these offensive linemen in there. Chandler, can you catch your numbers?
Let me look here just a second, Phil.
I believe Jeff Cloud's back in there, 77.
Okay, full house backfield, 2 tight ends. 3rd down, 15.
Barton scoots his way, maybe back to the original line. No, he gained about 1 yard or 2. So it should bring up now 4th down and 11. It'll be the varsity punting group coming in for the Red
Number
Hounds, I'm
30,
sure.
Justin Barton on the
Okay,
carry for Corbin. On the
68 is
tackle
one
for
other
South
one.
Laurel, number 51,
68.
Evan
Chris
Sutton.
West,
Also
junior,
number
5'9",
Chris West.
31. 64, that is Mark Payne, 200-pound junior, 5'7".
All right, let's block them, guys. We don't need anything
Tony for Corbin is number 8.
bad to happen right here. Who we missing on the line of scrimmage? Oh, gosh. We're going to have to burn a timeout. We're going to have to burn a timeout
Yep, we sure are.
or take a – either that or we're going to have to take a delay penalty.
The clock is rolling right now. Just let it run.
They look like they're coming after it, don't they?
Looks like we're going to let the
Yep,
clock
they
run,
are.
too. And the punt is away. And when
Attaboy.
Dawn
Cover,
filled it,
cover,
it'll
cover,
go
cover.
no inside the 10 down to the 9. And good job.
That is a
Bo
good
Hoskins.
job, Bo. Way to
Good
punt
job.
the ball.
Hoskins punt is down.
Okay, let's see now who comes in. It will be the junior varsity defense. Excuse me. Yes, it will.
About a 40-yard punt that time, Phil, by the senior Bo Hoskins.
Yep.
The Cardinals will play at home next Friday night.
JV defense will be in now. We'll pick these numbers up of these kids as they go along.
Next Friday
Should be
night.
pretty much the same kids that was on the offensive unit, but we'll pick them up for you. Okay, 68 in there for the Red Hounds is Chris West. We called his number on the offense. He's now on defense. So watch for Matt Moore going for the home run right here against the Young Pups.
I wouldn't doubt it. Just need to get, oh, fumble,
high
fumble.
snap.
Come on, cover. Move up.
Good job that
Number
time.
21, Matt Moore.
Too
on the
much, yeah,
carry for South Laurel.
Got to get quicker pursuit. Now, once he started to run, he didn't look at any pass, and he didn't have any receivers open. Everybody was peeling back the block for him.
Adam Hoskins.
And Adam Hoskins is in on that, young man. You know what? This is aging me a little bit because I had these kids in the 5th grade. I just thought they were in the 6th grade this year.
You're only 38.
Yeah, right. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. But a lot of these kids we said right now, we had them, Coach Hoover and Coach White and Coach Foley and myself had them in the 5th grade. Now they're out here playing varsity football.
Watch it, give it to Doan right here.
Doan has it. Off to the races.
Cover.
And he's still, look at that. The kid can run
Caught
the
from
football.
behind.
Glenn Doan on the carry for South Laurel.
Caught from behind by number 68.
And 68 for the Red Hounds. That's a
That's
defensive
Chris
lineman,
West.
Chris West.
Jesse Knuckles.
And Jesse Knuckles. So, Red
Come on,
Hounds
let's go, Hounds.
Clock's rolling at 3:33, 37.
Let's go, Hounds.
Red Hounds. Moore under center. 1st and 10 on his own 38-yard line. Junior varsity off defensive unit is in there now. Here comes, good job, Gino Simon.
He got plastered.
Good job, Gino Simon.
For South Laurel.
And, Gino starts on the varsity. He's a sophomore, and he's also the junior varsity linebacker. I mean, he's a sophomore in there with sophomores and freshmen, so it's not like, he's a junior or senior. That's how much Gino has stepped up. Here comes the
punting unit on?
Young men from South Laurel, I believe. No, they've brought in a younger group now.
Okay. Brought in their young kids.
They've got in the new quarterback now.
Oh, that's someone we expect to see a little earlier
Yes,
than this, with Josh Lee.
That's right. The lead kid is in now for South Laurel. Keeps the ball.
Oh, gosh.
It was
lost
good.
contain. Come back on it.
And on the defensive side that time,
Josh Lee's pass is incomplete.
Jeremy Ware,
Number 13, Tyler
step for step.
Filiatro.
Intended.
There's a penalty on the play.
Flags are on the play. Something I know the staff does not want to see. It's beginning to rain just a little bit, so Gary, I tell you what, I appreciate you wearing that raincoat all the way through when it wasn't, because at 2:34 it's finally beginning to rain. He would not take it off, Chandler. He said, if I can keep it on this much longer, we might not get any rain, and wave the flag off. So we appreciate you.
For the Cardinals.
Okay. It's 2nd and 15. Lee is in now, the new quarterback for South Laurel. And the shotgun. Back to throw now. And he has it in the flat. Out of play now.
Josh
Incomplete.
Lee's pass is incomplete to number 32, Jacob Borman.
Let's see if we can pick up some of the secondary here. 23. Let's see. 5 is Pruitt.
Pruitt is 5. Isaac Mills is
Mills,
23. That's
23.
Adam. Adam Mills. You remember Adam Mills?
Adam's brother.
That's Isaac. That's the young one.
Yeah. Seth Cook at safety.
Well, Seth in there.
On the other side, Matt Duke.
Sure
and
is
also
number 11,
28.
Stephen's younger brother. 28 is Dempsey Ballou.
Dempsey Blue, a freshman.
Also a freshman.
Okay.
About
All right, now
24
come up.
freshmen
Now come
now.
up. That way to
Good
hit.
job, Mr.
That way to
Pruitt.
hit.
Atta
Number
boy.
16, Josh
Pruitt,
Lee.
freshman.
Yes.
On the carry for South
And Adam
Laurel.
Hoskins on the trail that time, the
On the stop
5'11".
for Corbin was number 5,
freshman.
Josh
I understand we have 24 freshmen out this year, the most freshmen we've had in quite a while.
Yeah.
And these are the freshman kids I had in the 5th grade.
And
So it's good to see all
sophomore
these
class,
kids stay
I believe it's about 21 or 22.
there. Okay.
Juniors, 5.
Okay. So next year we will be young, won't we?
Certainly will.
Okay, here we go. 4th and 7. They'll go for it. Leads back to
Outside,
throw.
outside, contain.
And throws it out.
Cover,
and
Seth.
in. Oh, I
intercept.
thought
Oh,
Mr. Cook was
I
going to
did
get him
too.
an interception.
Pass is incomplete.
That happens to be Steven's younger brother, Seth,
Number
and
13,
he is a
Tyler
sophomore,
Filiatro.
a big 5'10", whopping 148 pounds.
Corbin will take
Yeah.
over.
I remember when Steven was that
He thinks,
size,
he's, he
okay?
thinks he's 6'4", 211.
Well, I remember when Steven was that size, so Seth, you will grow. Hang in there. Hang in there, big guy. Okay, Jeremy Brock now with 1 minute and 38 seconds. Come on, get the clock rolling.
This is our freshman team.
The entire freshman team.
Yep.
Yes, it is. So here is the Red Hounds freshman football team.
And I believe South Laurel may take a timeout in order to set their defense.
Okay, let's pause for 1 moment on this timeout for South Laurel. We'll be back in a moment. And we're back. 1:38 to go. 37. Red Hounds 8. This is now the Red Hounds freshman football team. All 11 of them. Brock, hands off. Pruitt spins, across the 40, down to the 36-yard line. Not bad there, young men. This is the future you're seeing with 1 minute. Hurry up offense now for the Red Hounds.
Yeah, let's hurry up because we want to run more plays.
Yes, they do.
And
then come.
was number 77,
Whoa, get off the
Brandon
field.
Brock.
They'll counterplay that time to Pruitt.
And
Nice
carrying the ball
run.
for Pruitt, but there will be a flag. Too many men on the field. Yeah, it didn't really have to throw that because the
Come
kids were
on.
getting off, but, you know, they don't. Coming in now is a young man. Here's the story. He's number 85,
He called illegal substitution. He's
Derek Shelton,
5-yard
5'11", 133-pounder. He's come in. He is a sophomore. Let's see.
Illegal participation. So our substitution infraction on the
Okay.
Hounds that time.
Legal participation is called against the Red Hounds. Too many players on the field.
Minute and 7. The clock is running. Split out wide. Top of your screen is Darrell Lowe. He's a sophomore. Motion. Run, clock, run. That's
Number
Dempsey
28,
Ballou.
Dempsey Ballou
freshman.
on the carry for Corbin.
Let's
Come
go, Hounds.
on,
Gotta go. Sit
guys,
still
please.
here.
Please, please.
There is a penalty on the play. Illegal procedure is called against Corbin.
Goodness.
Now we got some new ones coming in. Let's see, number
We got
2.
a host of new ones. 2 is Justin King, freshman.
Okay, 54.
That is Ronnie Bowling, freshman.
Okay. 72, I see Ryan Cleary's out there at tackle, and we've got a timeout
He's a freshman.
called by Corbin.
Timeout. Red Hounds will step out for 1 moment.
Just get them to turn this way.
Right now my glasses are getting so
Yeah, mine
much
too.
rain on them. I need a windshield wiper over here.
Yeah, you can tell we're older than 38 if we're both wearing glasses.
There you go again. You're right. I agree.
Okay,
Like-
trips to the bottom of your screen, 1 setback. And we hand it to the setback.
That's right. We've seen that many a time. Clock roll.
We'll
Come
try
on,
to
clock
see who
roll.
that is when they get up.
Carrying the ball.
The number
32.
32.
For Corbin.
We're sorry,
Tanner
folks. We're
Myers
trying
on
to
the
get these
carry.
numbers as
Tanner.
best we can.
That's old Tanner Myers, a freshman, 5'5", 124-pounder.
All right.
I bet you Daddy's proud of that young man,
Yeah.
Mr. Tanner, getting his first varsity carry. His daddy is a pretty decent football player, too. You remember?
Yeah. Okay, let's go, guys.
So the young pups are in counting down 14. Last play
Cut it up. Cut it up.
and down.
Oh,
Justin
Okay.
King on the carry
Somebody
for
putting a
Corbin.
hat on him there at the end.
Yeah, it's all right.
South
Clock rolls
Number
down.
10,
Red
Justin
Hounds now
Cage.
victorious. Come on,
Also
clock
on
has
the tackle
stopped.
for South Laurel was number 58.
And that'll
Chris Feldman.
give South Laurel a first down with
Cardinals
6
will
seconds
take
Okay.
left.
Downs, first and 10.
My bad. 6 seconds to go. South Laurel 37. Red Hounds have 37 points. South Laurel 8. 6 seconds to go. Well, heck. All right, they're not going to start the clock until because it's possession, so we got 6 seconds. One more play.
Yep, one more play. Let's go, Hounds.
Here we go.
Got to shut them down right here. South Laurel on the shotgun.
Back
Be
to
a
throw
pass.
lead.
Here comes the
It's a
long
wing,
bomb.
and it's in or it's down. And there's the game. Red Hounds 37, South Laurel 8. Again, Chandler, let's thank all of our fine sponsors. David Salvage,
South Laurel 8.
Western Steer.
Pepsi Cola Balling Company of Corbin,
Cumberland Valley National Bank.
Stand in Henry's Dairy Mart,
Hoover Companies of Kentucky,
McDonald's of Corbin,
Gambrel Collision Center,
and Central Automotive. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, replays are on Monday and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Once again, it's 37 Red Hounds, 8. Next week's a big one, Middlesboro.
Right, Middlesboro coming back, a long-time arch rival of Corbin. Doesn't mean, may not mean as much now with, we're different classifications, but I'm telling you, when Corbin and Middlesboro put on the pads, there's going to be some popping.
Yes, there is, and that's at home next week at 7:30, and then the following week we go to Log Mountain and the Hilton Hotel.
Yep.
Dudley Hilton.
I'm looking forward to Middlesboro first.
Me too. Middlesboro and Kenny Rourke next week. So I tell you what, 38-8 was your final. I don't know why it says 9. 38-8, I believe. On behalf of Chandler Cook, myself, Phil Russell, the big eye in the sky, Miss Katie Atkins, and her dad, Gary, we appreciate you, folks.